fishing and big buck wishing and shooting my old shotgun. Show the kids how to cut that deer, get 'em out off their butts. Backstraps and tenderloins, you eat everything except for the guts. Get outdoors and put down the phone, you ain't living life while you're sitting at home. So sneak away from the wife, get out there living life.
Hey everybody. Okay, I'm just going to do a video here on how I clean a squirrel. The first thing that I do is I like to take a pair of side cutters and cut off the front claws. It just seems to work better for me that way. You can do all four, but I just like to do the two front ones first. Once I get those removed, then I'll turn the squirrel upside down and hold it by the tail and make a cut right at the base of the tail. There's a small bone right there. Sometimes you can't cut through it. You just give a little tug back on the tail and it'll break, and then you can go ahead and cut the rest of the way through it. But I just make a small cut. And sometimes it doesn't cooperate all the time, but you can get it. And I just cut it right down to the skin. And then I like to make little side cuts along the back legs to where I can get my thumb under there and pry the skin away from the meat. I'll do that on both sides. Again, I'm not saying this is the best way. It's just the way that I do it. It works well for me. I've been doing it for about 25 years. Once I get the skin pulled away from the meat and cut back far enough, then I'll just push in from the bottom of the legs and push the bone through the skin. And then once I get both legs taken out, then I'll take the pair of side cutters and I'll cut off the paws on the hind legs. I've also found out that the sooner that you clean them after you shoot them, the easier the skin comes off. I do this right while I'm in the woods. I can't tell you how many times I've actually seen squirrel and shot squirrel while I was doing this. So it just keeps you from taking the mess home and gives you something to do while you're in the woods. Okay, once I get that done, then there's that small little piece of skin right there. I'll just make a small cut to break it away from the body, because if you don't, when you go to pull the skin off, it seems like you rip the belly open, and then it just becomes a big mess. But once I get that done, then I'll set it on the ground, step on the tail, and then just give it a quick pull. Then with my thumbs, I'll go ahead and pry out the front legs, and that comes right off because we've already moved the claws. Now, I don't take the rib meat home. There's not enough there to mess with. So what I'll always do is just cut off the front legs. I always carry a bread sack with me. I'll just put the front legs in the bread sack. And then once I get those taken off, then I'll turn the squirrel upside down and I will split the pelvic bone. It's just a little small bone. Try not to drop it on the ground. That dirt is hard to come off. It's worse than Velcro. Now, again, I'll turn the squirrel upside down, make a small cut through the pelvic bone, and then I like to make a little cut right there at the what I call the belly meat, just to separate through that. Then I'll pull all that down, guts and all, right down towards the ribs. Clean it up a little bit, pull all that stuff out. Then with my knife, I'll make a cut right at the base of the ribs, all the way around, and then just twist it, and it'll come right off. I'll just put that in my bread sack. I also carry a bottle of water and a rag with me, so I can clean up my knife and my hands, so I'm not making a mess on me and my gun and everything. And I'll also pour some on the ground if I get blood on the ground, because this time of year you get a lot of bugs, a lot of flies, and that just helps reduce the flies. So that's all there is to it. It's a real simple process. I hope this helps, and happy hunting. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.